Hello, my friends. Back again. I wanted to come on before I went to sleep. It's almost time to go to sleep. But I wanted to come to you guys to talk to you. I had a little bit of experience today that I ended up going to a store and bumping into somebody who recognized me there. And he asked me if he could speak to me, and I said okay. So I did. Here goes my hair up again. And we started speaking. He was telling me about his situation, and I said to him, actually, his situation was that he was telling me, first of all, he was asking me, I asked him, I said, okay, what can I help you in? He said to me, well, I have a situation that I am dating somebody, but I'm not in love with that person. And I said, well, okay. So what's the problem? And he said to me, well, the problem is that I am still in love with my ex-girlfriend. And the reason that I'm dating this individual person is because she looks like my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. So immediately I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting here. I'm gonna enjoy this conversation. So I as we kept on talking, he was telling me, he says, I broke up with my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, for no apparent reason. Then he said to me, he says, and then I ended up dating this other girl. And I said, okay, so you're telling me that you're dating her because she looks like your ex-girlfriend, but you know that she's not your ex-girlfriend. She's a different person. He goes, yeah, I know that. And I thought that because she looks like my ex-girlfriend, that she was going to be like her. And I said, well, you know that these two individuals are two different people. And he goes, yeah, I know that. He knows. He says, I know that they're not the same person. And I said, so what is holding you back by going back to your ex-girlfriend? He says, well, the reason that I'm not with my ex-girlfriend is because I'm dating this other woman, and I don't know how to get out of the situation. So I said to him, I said, are you happy with this woman that you're with right now? And he says, no, I find myself thinking about my ex-girlfriend every single time. There's not a day that I don't think about her. And I don't know why I'm still with this one when I know that I'm in love with the other one. I said, do you even care about this person, this individual that you're with? And he says, no. Well, he says, yeah, he says, I care about her, but I'm not in love with her. I'm in love with my ex-girlfriend. So, as he kept on talking to me, I stopped him and I said, you know what? First of all, you're here wasting time with this other individual that you're with. You don't love her. I mean, you care about her because you're dating her, but you don't love her. She's not your ex-girlfriend. She might look like her, but she's not her. So he says, you're right. She's not her. I said, so do you feel comfortable around this woman? He goes, well, she's totally different from my ex-girlfriend. She's not my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend and I, we used to have good times. And this one, I find myself very hard getting along with her, or either he says, or she doesn't understand me. She doesn't understand at all how I feel, like my ex-girlfriend. So I said to him, I said, then what are you doing with her? Why are you wasting time with her? Does your ex-girlfriend know about this? And then he says to me, I try to talk to her, but she hung up the phone up on me. And I said, well, maybe it's because you have this other individual around you. So he says, so what do you think I should do? And I said to him, I said, well, I can't tell you what to do. But what I could tell you is that if you love your ex-girlfriend and you find yourself thinking about her every day, then you shouldn't be wasting any time more with this other one. Go to your ex-girlfriend and try to fix it up. Maybe your ex-girlfriend doesn't want to talk to you because you're with this other individual. You need to realize, you can't substitute somebody. If you broke up with somebody, you can't substitute somebody with your ex. I think I'm trying to get it right. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is that, sometimes we seem to date somebody because that other individual looks like our ex. Like this gentleman was telling me, he says he goes and he thinks about his ex-girlfriend every single time, and he wants to be with his ex-girlfriend. But the point is that he's still dating this other girl who looks exactly like his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, I mean. So I told him, I said, listen, why are you wasting time with this other person? You should just, break it up with this other woman. If you're not happy with this other woman and she's not what you're looking for and she's not your girlfriend and you still are in love with your ex-girlfriend, then what are you doing with this other individual? You can't substitute somebody else for somebody else, especially if you are still in love with your ex. You need to open your eyes, and realize that, that person that you're dating, it's not your ex. So my advice to him was, listen, just make it right. Call her again. But first of all, get rid of the person that you have around you, because this is not what you want and you're not happy with this person. So in order for you to be happy, you got to go with your heart, which is with your ex-girlfriend. And you still have feelings for her. You still love her. Well, my advice to people who are having the same situation, listen, don't try to substitute somebody with, like, if you have an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, don't try to substitute somebody else with them. Or I think I'm getting reversed. Let me see if I can get it right. If you're going to be with somebody, make sure that you really want to be with this other person. Don't be with this person because that person looks like your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. Remember, they're not the same person, and they're not going to treat you the same way your ex treated you. And if you still have feelings for your ex, try to work it out. Go back to that person and call them and try to work it out. Talk to them, because you're not happy with that person that you're with, because you think she looks like him or her, she looks like her, or he looks like him. And you thinking that it's the same person. No, it's not the same person. If you know that you still got feelings for that other person, first of all, get rid of that person that you're with, because it's not going to work out. Especially if you have no type of feelings and you're constantly thinking about your ex. Try to work it out with your ex. Go back to your ex. Talk to them. See if you can work it out. Because maybe your ex doesn't want to bother with you because of the point that you're still with that other person. So for you to find out whether or not your ex wants to be with you, you got to get rid of this other person. Because like you said, like he said, that he's constantly thinking about his ex-girlfriend, and he's constantly, he seems to always have her in his mind, and he has love for her, but he's with this other woman who looks exactly like his ex. But he says that he's not happy with this other woman because, even though she looks like his ex-girlfriend, she's nothing like her. So he's comparing. And the whole thing is that, listen, if you're going to be with somebody because you want to be with that person and you have feelings for that person. If you see yourself that you still have feelings for your ex, and maybe your ex doesn't want to be with you because you're with that other person. So try to make it right. Call your ex. Who knows? You might patch it up. You might end up, trying to work it out. But as long as you have this other person around, your ex is not going to come around. Trust me when I tell you that he's him or her, it's not going to come around. Not unless if you get rid of this other person. And maybe you might end up patching it up. Maybe you end up working it out. But as long as you're with this other person, the love of your life, it's not going to be around. So think about it. Is it worth it wasting all that time with somebody that you don't even care or that you don't even love? Okay, you might care about them, but you're not in love with them. You're in love with somebody else. Is it worth it wasting the time with this person because you're lonely and you find yourself, give me a second. I have to go and get some water because I'm getting stuck here. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Okay, I'm back. As I was saying, is it worth it? Losing that person that you love, and if you know that person loves you back, is it worth you losing that person that you had in your life for somebody that you're with? I mean, what are you waiting for? For that other person to find somebody else? So think about it. Don't waste no more time. If you're in love with your ex and you find yourself that you're thinking about that person very much and that person is still in love with you, work it out. It's not going to hurt. But first get rid of the person that you have in your new boyfriend or girlfriend who you think that looks like exactly like your ex. Because it means that you're with that person because that person looks like your ex. But that person will never be your ex. So, think about it. You guys, this is my message for tonight. You guys take care and God bless and have a good night. And enjoy. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.